So the latest short film is exporting right now, and it was fine for what it was. It was one of those made up as we filmed it again. My eldest was out of town, and um, my younger one, so Orson and Artemis. If you ever hear me say Scylla, Artemis, Scylla, they're the same person. They're out of town. Orson was like, hey, we should make a short film with Daddy Rex, which is his stuffed animal. So we had kind of sat down on the couch and bounced around several ideas, and then we just kind of went with a really simple one. All these short films I've been uploading, I get that are it's like it's usually like really really basic. So what I'm going to try and do, this is June's film, so if you don't see my Monday updates, right, the idea is every month, for every week, you put an update video out, and every month you put out a film. It's a way for my brother and I trying to like get back into movies, because we used to make movies back in, for a while, but I think we started 2001-ish, something like that. So we're just trying to get back into it for creative reasons, for possibly, for me, I would like to see if I could make, obviously some money at some point, and I'm not going to do that from these, but these short films do help me, practice with my equipment, practice with the software, but I'm also doing a lot of the same things, and I'm like, well, I'm not really progressing. This one, we shot it, edited it in maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. We spent more time on the couch trying to come up with an idea. And then it sat a day or two. I don't know. When did we shoot this? Wednesday, and today's Friday, right? So, yeah, 2 days, kind of just sitting on the computer doing nothing. So today I was like, it's been an odd start to the day and everything, so I just went to the YouTube audio library and grabbed some stuff from there and cut the audio all to that. So I guess the good thing is I can put together a film, something resembling loosely a short film very quickly. But it's nothing like, oh my god, it's pretty basic. So, and I think next week I've got in-laws coming, and I hear they're gonna stick around for a week, so, and then just everything else, work and everything else. So I'm gonna try to spend the next few weeks, when I have time, to work on writing a script, and I want to play around with trying to do storyboards and animatics. I have an iPad, which I've been using for recording sound, because it's got a USB-C and I can plug in my little mic and I can capture sound. I don't have USB-C on my phone, so I don't do that. And the iPad was, when I bought it, its intent was for other purposes, but I've since pretty much not been doing that. And so now it just kind of sits around and collects dust and gets used for sound design or sound recording. So I want to put it to more use, and I'm going to try to practice drawing again. I've wanted to draw since I was a teenager, always kind of sucked at it, but I mean, with YouTube and an iPad with an Apple Pencil and Procreate Dreams or whatever the animation one is, I was like, no excuses. So I'm going to try to start putting together storyboards, because then I was thinking I can storyboard out and build out animatics and record the sounds and do a lot of prep work on the iPad, and actually have it a really useful tool for filmmaking, I think. It also has a camera, so I can, take pictures of areas. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking this area, and then I can just draw over it and say, okay, it's gonna be this hallway, and we're gonna have the character come in here. Whatever, that kind of stuff. So I wanna work on that. And either the end of this month or next month, I'll start working on the next film. Because this covers June for short films, but July, hopefully, what I would like to see is a film that feels a little more thought out, has a little bit an inkling of a story or character. Like there's more than just a character that's like, oh shit, I saw something, or oh no, it's usually that, right? It's like they see something, or someone texts them, and they see the person, and they're like, oh shit, and then they're dead, or whatever. I kind of want to try to build it up like, okay, the character has some objective, right? Other than just, oh shit, I'm gonna die. Like maybe there's something they're doing, and then obviously it's a horror. I'm trying to do horror for a couple reasons, because I don't think I can pull off comedy. And well, but then I hear a lot of people, it's like comedy and horror are the same, so maybe I can't pull off horror. I don't know. But I think horror and comedy, as an independent filmmaker, I've seen a lot more success with that than like a drama. I don't watch a lot of ton of indie films, I guess, anymore. Like indie meaning like, when I think independent or indie, I think like really low budget, self-funded, pretty small stuff. I don't think like, sometimes you see indie films like, it's an independent film made for $5 million, whatever. But like low budget, 50,000 or less, or even 100,000 or less. I see $100,000 films that look really low budget. When you see like drama, they look pretty cheesy. Or I don't know, I feel like they come off as cheesier. I think you can pull off comedy and horror in a little more convincing way. And it seems like they're popular. And there's a lot of things you can explore with horror, which obviously I'm not doing any of that with these current shorts, but working towards that. So all these shorts, everything I've been doing on YouTube, it's all just testing. It's all just practice. But I need to be, I think, more intentional and make sure I'm actually learning things. I've been doing these shorts now, I guess it's June, 6 months, consistently, like every month. And I don't think they've progressed really. So the remaining 6 months this year, I need to really see some progression, and I want to make some longer films where I can actually build up some character and some tension. Also, maybe try to get out in the woods or do something, because I just shoot all this stuff in my house, or use my green screen, or figure out how to kind of change it up a little bit more. There's limitations when I shoot at the house, is because when I'm home means I'm not working, so my wife's working, so one of us always has the car. But yeah, if you've watched this far, comment down below. Like, yeah, I watch your films too, and they're like, meh, but I'd love to see, X, Y, or Z. Anywho, that's kind of the behind the scenes for this video. So, next video will be better. Anywho, bye-bye.